Hello there, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by for your weekly tarot video forecast for the week of January 25th through the 31st. Before we get started, I do have group mentoring and I also have individual mentoring sessions available for those of you who would like to talk with me and expand or explore your own psychic or intuitive abilities. Please let me know that you want in on a mentoring session. You can find my contact information at my website. Okay, so Libra, on Monday, what you have showing up is the Seven of Coins. And the Seven of Coins is just telling me that on Monday, you are receiving some kind of payback from something that you started before. So you invested in something that you knew that at one point it would pay you back. Monday is the day that it's paying you back. So it could be literally a project, if you're an independent contractor, that pays out on Monday. It could be something that you do on the side that pays you on Monday. Could be your regular job, you get a bonus on Monday. Could be something that's not even financial. I've had this card come up when somebody had invested into a relationship, had invested some time and effort into a relationship in the hopes that that would result in a certain thing happening. And that happened. And so that showed up actually as a Seven of Coins card for that person. So it does not have to be financial, but it is a return on something that you've invested in, whether you invested financially or through your own efforts and energy. Okay, so let's move on to Tuesday, Libra. What you have is the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is a forced rest. So when I say forced rest, this is not you get up in the morning and you think, oh, I'm going to call into work and take a mental health day for myself so that I feel better. No. Forced rest is when something happens that is beyond your control that keeps you from doing everything that you would normally do. Okay? My easiest example that I can think of is this is somebody got a broken arm, so they couldn't do everything that they would normally do. It doesn't have to be anything that big. You could have, maybe a little bit of a flu bug or some food poisoning. That could have you in the same situation. But a forced rest is not something that you take voluntarily. It's something that conditions put you in that situation. It could be if you're even in nursing and they decide that they don't have enough patients on your floor, they could tell you, don't come in today. That would be, that would qualify as a forced rest, okay? So a lot of different ways that that can actually happen, but I do see you having a forced rest show up for you on Tuesday. Now, there's a whole interesting process that happens on a forced rest. First of all, you have time to think about things that you normally wouldn't consider so much. And a lot of times what happens is your perspective starts to change as you consider those things. And so you kind of go into this forced rest as the old you, and you come out of it with new perspectives, new ways of looking at things, new ways of handling things because of these new perspectives. So you come out of this forced rest as the new and improved version of you. A lot of people would look at you and go, well, there's not much going on here. But really there is. It's just that it's happening inside and you're not going to see the results of that until after that rest is over. Okay, so that's enough about that. That's Tuesday. Wednesday, what we have coming up here is the Knight of Clubs in reverse. Knight of Clubs in reverse is telling me that you're doing something that doesn't feel that inspiring on Wednesday. So maybe this is paperwork that you'd rather not be doing, or maybe if you're more of an admin paperwork person, then this would be I don't know, doing something creative. I can remember when doing something creative for me was like a big, terrible, tedious deal. I hated that because I just didn't think with that side of my brain mostly. Kind of ironic to consider what I do now. This is considered very creative. But anyway, something that for you feels very tedious is something that you'll be working on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, what we have coming up is we have the Emperor in reverse. And the Emperor in reverse Just means that you're dealing with, I'm just going to say it, you're dealing with a butthole on Thursday. And this is somebody who is in a position of authority. So this could be a boss, this could be a politician, this could be anybody that has a position of authority. It could be a father or a husband. But this is somebody that is probably going to be male. For a few of you, this will be female. This could be a wife as easily as a husband, actually. But this is somebody who is generally very demanding, doesn't always tell the truth, really doesn't think twice about manipulating the story a little bit just to get you to go along with their way of seeing things. This person could be very thin on handing out the compliments and very thick on pointing out all the problems and mistakes that they see in a situation. Just a generally unpleasant kind of crazy making guy to work with, or gal. It's like they almost seem like they thrive on chaos. They won't tell you that they do, but if you're around them enough, it starts to become apparent that they're pretty comfortable with it. So this is the type of person that I see you interacting with on Thursday. Lucky for you, I don't feel like this interaction is going to be a very long one. I say lucky for you, but I'm also hearing that for some of you, it's not so lucky. For some of you, it's just that you're deciding, you know what, I've had enough of this. And you walk away from the interaction prematurely. But not necessarily a bad thing to do that when someone's acting that way. Okay, so that is Thursday. Friday, what we have coming up is the Five of Coins in reverse. Five of Coins in reverse is a good card to have in reverse, and you guys are the second sign that had that show up on Friday. That's awesome. So Five of Coins in reverse talks about your budget, and what it's saying is that your budget is now looser than it used to be. You have some breathing room, some play room in that budget. So maybe you paid off your cell phone, maybe you paid off your car, maybe you've paid off your home, and now you have all this money in your account that you didn't have before to cover all the bills. So it's just some extra breathing room in your budget is what this card talks about on Friday, Libra. Now Saturday, you have the Falling Tower in reverse. And the Falling Tower in reverse is really all about reorganization. Something has happened in your life where you had a situation or something in your life or some person in your life that you counted on all the time, and you expected them to kind of always be there, and you felt very safe and secure with this person or with this situation. And then something happened that sort of jerked that situation away from you or that person away from you. Maybe they moved, maybe you moved. You know, if it was a job, maybe the job ended. But something happened that took that safe thing away. And so on Saturday, when we see the Falling Tower in reverse, you're reorganizing. You're getting things back together. You've got your feet back under yourself. You've got your breath back. And now you're finding other opportunities to fill the hole that was left whenever this thing or this person disappeared. And you're finding actually that some of these other opportunities are better than what you had going for you before. So really a good situation in the end. Just takes a little bit to get to the end. And you are almost there. You're about to get things back under control again. As under control as humans have them. All right, so Sunday, the Hierophant, doing things in a very traditional way on Sunday. So I actually got a vision of going to somebody's grave. So I feel like obviously that's very specific. It isn't going to apply to everybody, but I feel like some of you will be visiting grave sites on Sunday, and I feel like this is a planned thing. This may be an annual thing. This may be on this person's birthday or the anniversary of their death or whatever, but it feels like this is a traditional thing. Like this happens every year. You go visit this person around this time of year or maybe on this particular date. But that's something that's coming up for some of you. Of course, there are a lot of different traditions that we can have. I mean, there are traditional motorcycle runs that help charities. There's, traditional toy drives. They happen every year. They're a tradition. There's marriages. Marriage is very much all about tradition and ceremony. Any of the sacraments. First communion could be happening. You could be attending a first communion. The baptism. Wow, actually, I'm feeling like a lot of you might be going to a baptism or attending a baptism on Sunday. Maybe even confirmations happening on Sunday. I'm really being drawn to the birds in this picture, which I'm assuming are going to be representing the Holy Spirit. Let's see. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of different ways that this can manifest for you guys. It may or may not have anything to do with church, but you're just doing something that's traditional, something that happens over and over and over on Sunday. Okay. All right. So that is your week, Libra. Thank you so much for stopping by, for hanging out, for liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. I do appreciate all of your support. Everyone have an absolutely fantastic day. I will see you back here, or actually a fantastic week. I'll see you back here the next time. Peace out.